Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Knows in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Man, brothers. Let's wait till we get our kingdom. Let's wait till we get our power. Wait till we get our kingdom. Wait till the Most High finally restores us back to the state that we was once in. I just looked up, actually the last video I did, this video of Switzerland popped up, that annoying music, but they were showing you a video of Switzerland and in the mountains and the clear crystal waters, the pure waters at that, on how beautiful the Most High have in his creation, that we are to inherit it, because the scriptures goes until we're going to be inheritors of this earth, right along with Yahweh Shai, and different planets as well, but focusing more on the planet Earth. When you look at these places, it's like you would never know they exist because you've been so contained to a particular neighborhood, a particular city, a state, or just this country itself. But even among this country, you have beautiful places. I mean, you have some very beautiful states and land masses right here in America. Like everybody talks shit about Missouri, call it the state of misery, but actually Missouri is a very beautiful state when you look at the wildlife and you look at the type of infrastructure, the type of terrain. It's a lot of hills. It's very hilly here. And it's a vast difference from coming across the border to Illinois to Missouri. You can see the total difference in the terrain, because Illinois is more of a straight, flat land. And then you come into Missouri, you have hills and caves and all that other stuff, which God operated heavily here in Missouri and Kansas. But Missouri is a beautiful state. Like you go down to the Lake of the Ozarks. They have particular caves. They have particular fresh water wells, so to speak. Like when we went there this year, the brothers and myself, we took some water of this pure water. It was like this purifier they had, like this aquifer, so to speak, they had within this particular state park, and we was able to drink fresh water right from the stream, man. And it was like the most refreshing shit I've ever drank, you know. And to show you that we've been missing out on life due to these curses, due to the hell we've been put in, due to the limited of our minds, man. It's time we get glory. We need it, you know. We're tired, we're beat up, we're wore out. We need paradise. Like this alone, just if I had something like this that I can just look at least twice a week, that'll satisfy me as a man. Because as a man, it don't take much to satisfy us, man. We don't need a whole lot to satisfy you. Shit, you give me a twig, a brick, and a shovel, man, I'll build some shit with that, man, you know. But regardless of that, us as men, it don't take much. But just this alone, this is the foundations of what would be called paradise. Okay, like Sweden is a very, very beautiful place, and I believe that was actually a stronghold of Jake. I believe we've had that. I'm not sure what particular tribes during the time of the Moors. I'm not sure as far as the history as that particular land and the strongholds we had, but I do know that we had Switzerland pretty much for the most part. Because, you know, Jake, we was always encamped by a lot of waters, and we always built our cities on hills and by like bodies of waters. That's how you know we're Israelites, because Jake, they love that water. Like a lot of Jakes, they love California, they love Florida, they love South Carolina, North Carolina. They love those coastal cities because it's near the body of water, and water represents life, you know. But this is just beautiful, man, you know, and just like breathtaking. And the scriptures goes into these particular things, like particular places that Yahweh Shai has set up, the valleys and the springs and the waters and the different color rubies and so forth, man. You know, the healing properties, etc. Like it's a game called Uncharted, man. Like I believe they actually did real filming where they kind of, with the AI, what they do, they go to these particular countries and they capture and they photo style, they capture the imaging of these particular temples or these particular countries and lands, and they actually put it into a video game through AI simulation. Like a lot of the Uncharted game that was shot like you had parts of India, it was shot in parts of Iran, you know, I believe not parts of South America, Central America. You had very diverse places that a lot of old ruins were used to encapsulate the beauty of that game, you know, showing you what an ancient, and a lot of it took place in Persia too. You know, which they have a lot of beautiful lands in Persia, a lot of old temples and relics, a lot of particular weeds and herbs that grow there for healing properties. It's pretty, you know, astounding. just to say the least. But just looking at glory in paradise, man, I can't wait. I can't wait, man, because just imagine if we're subjected to a 800 to 900 square foot apartment and we're content with that. Just imagine if you got a whole beach or a well in your name. Like Jacob, okay, Abraham, our forefathers, they had substance, man. They had cattle, they had, which is livestock, they had land, they had wells, they had waterways, they had all types of things, gold, silver, rubies, businesses. We had all types of things, man. Just to own a well itself, that's a lifetime investment, especially if you want to barter or trade and you marriage into a family, you have particular substance you can bring into that particular family to raise your value of your family and you continue the legacy. But what does Esau do? He strips us, he steals everything, and he subjects us to some fucking grid. Hence the situation we're in now, which is really the curses. Okay, but we're basically telling you, brothers, that this is just gonna be a temporary thing, but we're getting ready to inherit paradise, man. And you gotta foresee this, like Apostle Gabar always going into being visionaries. Like, what's more beautiful than a rainbow over a waterfall like that of mountains? And then you got the particular colors. This is breathtaking, man. I love stuff like this. It's really just, and just imagine how pure and fresh that water is. Okay, you got beautiful places on the planet. Like, look at this. 25 of the most beautiful places around the world. Literally red rocks, man. You got freaking mountains that look like particular rainbows, man. This is crazy. Like, you would never know this exists. Like, this looks like this is some sketch stuff, but this look like an actual coloring book. And Jake, we love colors. We love diversity. And the scriptures goes into the particular colors, the beryl, the emerald, the crystallite, okay, the sardius, the amethyst stones, man. You have carnelian, which is basically an offshoot of carbuncle, which is the stones, the ancient Levites that we actually harbored. It's more like a ruby red almost, and you got the crystallite, which represents your diamonds, but crystallite is more of a pure diamond than just a regular unread diamond or jewel. But look at this, man. That's crazy, bro. Like, I can't even imagine. Look at this. And we're going to enjoy all this, man. We're going to have time. See, one thing about it, we're so pressed for time. That's why they have a class on time management, because we're pressed for time. You don't have time to go enjoy these things. Like if you so happens to get some time off from work and you manage to save up some money to go to a place like this, remember, you're on borrowed time. You can't really enjoy it. Go take a few pictures, but you can never enjoy the dynamic, or you can never enjoy the experience of living or becoming one with your surroundings. You can never do that because you're pressed for time. Stresses of life, getting back to bills, and the list goes on. It's totally fruitless, But I just had a couple of precepts real quick, man, just to show you the glory of our power. This is the book of Psalms 108. And I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, "O power, my heart is fixed, and I will sing and give praises, even with my glory. Awake, psaltery, and harp. I myself will awake early, and I will praise thee, O Yahweh, among the people, and will sing praises unto thee among the nations. For thy mercy is great above the heavens, and thy truth reaching into the clouds. But be thou exalted, O power, in the heavens, and thy glory above all the earth," man. Okay, because this is the glory of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and this is just on the earth. We have no idea what the Most High himself has in store for us, man. Okay, Jake is worried about getting a house on his side. That's the ultimate nigga goal. I gotta get a house. But they don't understand the word mortgage goes into a mortuary, which means death. So it's basically you inherit a death note. Because most people, they don't pay off their mortgages until they damn near dead, or they pay off the house. Why the fuck would you refinance it? Just to give the debt to your children, or they take out reverse mortgages and the bank pays you until you die off, and then they come and they take the house back. It's totally fruitless, man, which is nothing wrong with buying a house. If you can afford it, by all means, do what you do. But that's a short-term goal. That's thinking. That's common thinking. I want a planet in my name. Okay, I want a planet. I want a world. I want a galaxy named after my offspring, man. Things like that, like big term thinking. Things that people would say, "Oh man, y'all bugging out." But see, we like to think outside the box, man. Okay, because there's nothing above the possibility, or there's nothing impossible with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Nothing at all. Okay, I believe in glory. I believe in other galaxies. I believe in life internally. I believe in things that the average person don't believe in. You know, I believe in it. And though I can't see it, but I know it's there. I can believe in it. And that's a gift that the Lord has put within us. Because everybody don't have that concept to think outside the box. Like as a child, I always looked up into the sky and wondered what else was out there. You know, when people's like, you ain't a normal kid. And I was like, well, obviously I'm not. You know, thinking like that outside, beyond the stars. I always thought, like, what's beyond them stars? What's out there? I'm like, I know God got something in store for somebody, you know, and I'm a kid thinking this stuff, man. So it's like, wow, that's a gift, man. You know, and you brothers in this thing, you know, don't let anybody quench that because they're short-term thinking, because they're thinking exposed to their condition. No, man. That's why the Most High has chosen certain men to come up and rule this place. We got to rule this place in righteousness, man. And if you want to be part of that ruling class, then you got to put in the work, man. It comes with loss, comes with hard time of studious labor. It comes with a lot of illnesses and sicknesses and disappointments. But that's the whole part about becoming a king, man. You know, like when Simba and the Lion King, he didn't just inherit. Though Mufasa told him, he said, you see this? He says, as long as the eye can see the land we're going to inherit, you're going to be a king over this whole land. That didn't come easy. Simba had to go through trials and tribulations. Okay, he had to go through damn near being killed. Had to go through his fears because he was very timid. I mean, he had a lot of courage because who his father was, but he was very timid. You know, he just wanted to settle down with his girlfriend. But no, Mufasa was like, you got a bigger purpose. Okay, then you got Scar, which is Esau, that seek to take Mufasa's place, man. That's a perfect story of Jacob and Esau. Okay, but anyway, getting back to the precepts, it says, for thy mercy is great above the heavens, and thy truth reached into the clouds. But be thou exalted, O power, in the heavens, and thy glory above the earth, that thy beloved may be delivered. Save with thy right hand and answer me, right? Because we're going to get saved out of this condition. And the Lord said he was going to bring us to our land, and it starts there. Okay, we're going to get all the valleys back. We're going to get the cities. The scriptures say they will build the desolate cities. So you better believe that every part of Esau's society is going to get destroyed in some form or fashion. Not all cities are going to be nuked, but a great deal of them are going to get destroyed. For example, America is going to be totally wiped up. This place will never be built up. And I wouldn't want to build here anyway. This is going to be a desert. The biggest desert the planet Earth has ever experienced or seen. The land of Israel, that's going to get destroyed according to the book of, what is that? I think it's Jeremiah, the 48th or 49th chapter. But that's going to be built back up, okay? And the heathens are going to build these cities up, and we're going to inherit it. And they're never going to be desolate again, okay? Scriptures say that the valleys and the streets should be full of, well, not the valleys, but the streets should be full of children running and playing in the streets. How beautiful is that? You seeing your offspring out in the streets having a good time. Okay, you have no government officials or no blacklisted people and these higher off governments plotting on your kids to take them and kill them and eat them and drink their blood. No, we ain't gonna have to deal with that. You ain't gonna have to deal with some Elmo's happy hour with somebody swinging a furry rod in your kid's face. No, we're not gonna deal with that in the kingdom. Our children are gonna be in perfect peace and safety. Safe. And they're going to love every minute of it. And I can't wait, man. But it says that thy beloved may be delivered and saved with thy right hand and answer me, okay? And that's the point. Another precept here, book of Romans 8. And I'm going to start at Romans 8, and let's start at verses 17. It says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with the anointed. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified together, okay? Because Yahushua has his glory, but it's just not played out on earth yet. Okay, he has his glory in the heavens. He has his power. He has everything. Everything is already promised to him, but it's just a matter of him coming to collect that reward. Because honestly speaking, Yahushua didn't even get his revenge yet on the enemies. He didn't get his vengeance yet on Esau or the 2/3 that pretty much got him to be crucified. You know? So, yeah, man, when Yahushua gets his glory, then we come up next because the Lord deals with order. He's not going to supersede his son, put us to the forefront without giving his son what he's earned through the Spirit. You know, so we just got to be patient, brothers, man. You got to be patient and you got to believe. Like I looked up Switzerland, beautiful places. Switzerland is by far, this is a fucking breathtaking place, man. Just that alone is just like the greenery. There's something about greenery and clear skies and clouds, man. It's just like, wow, I can't wait. Something about water, man. I love it. It's just, you can't explain it, but it's equated with a sudden sense of peace and you were connected to it. Like just this alone, like if I just had this in my backyard, that I can go out on my deck here and I can look in these clear waters, man, and look at the trees, especially in the fall time when the fall comes and the leaves are red and yellow and orange. That's a man, and the sun is like October is a beautiful month, man. And I noticed that like in the month of October, they barely spray chemtrails. You know, it's pretty clear. The sun is vibrant. It's like a gold color. You know, last year October was breathtaking. This year, beautiful October. But then when November came, that's when the shit hit the fan. Then this is the result of it, what you're seeing outside. And in the kingdom, our seasons ain't going to be out of course. Our winters ain't going to be no 50 below or none of that craziness, man. Our falls ain't going to be just 10 degrees and overly rainy. It's going to be a balance, man. Because honestly, fall is supposed to be mild temperature, 40s, 50s, sometimes 60s within that range with just enough rain. And when our spring seasons come in, we're going to have just enough rain. You're going to have just enough sunshine. It's going to be perfectly balanced. You're going to have them days that it's going to be raining out, you know, and then you still going to have the sun in the sky, but it's going to water certain parts of the earth. It's just going to be crazy, you know. Like the snow, even the snow is beautiful. I mean, the wintertime can be a beautiful time, honestly, because you need it to kill off all the bad bacteria. But these winters these days, they're causing more germs and more bacteria because they're creating these viruses due to affect people's immune systems at this time, man. That's why they got all these new variants popping up. But look at this. That's breathtaking. It's a cool winter, man. You know, just a nice cool winter breeze. You got your little fireplace going. You know, you got your little hot tub in the middle of your palace. You know, you got your shawl, man, with the fur, with the real fur on it. You got your jewels, you got your crown. You know, you got your kids doing whatever, man. You got your, you know, your wives and shit, man. You know, your concubines cooking up. You got the heat. Man, look, brothers, man. It's going to be so bad. Bro, the kingdom is going to be off the hook, man. And just these pictures alone, it's just like, it gives you hope, man. Because look at that. This is breathtaking, man. Just something as simple as this. This is very simple, man. It looks just like a sunset with a few trees and some snow, but that sun, that's life, man. That light. The Swiss Alps, shit, man. That's why them James Bond movies make all the money, because they actually go and they film at these locations. Italy, Switzerland, the Swiss Alps. You know, they go to different parts of Egypt. They go all over the world and film Bond movies, man. You know, one scene probably cost them $1 million, man. And they got the money to do it. But yeah, and it reads here, it says, for I reckoned that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which should be revealed in us, man. We finna get it. We finna win, man. Okay, just believe it. We getting ready to win. Yeah, it don't seem like it, you know, but hey, the quicker this place go down, the faster it goes down. Look, we're already in, it don't even seem like Christmas. Nobody's in the Christmas spirit for real. It's dead. I'm looking outside. I'll probably see one house with lights on it. Other than that, ain't nobody in no fucking Christmas spirit, man. And the people that's in the Christmas spirit, they're forcing it. They're trying to recapture something that was once illuminated, but now it's gone. These people trying to recapture the essence of nostalgia. They can't recapture it because it's gone. The scriptures say that the houses, the cities are shut up. The mirth is gone from the land. That's here. People ain't in no Christmas spirit, man. They're acting like it, trying to get it, but it's not the same. You know, like back in the day, you know, in the 90s and shit, you know, we was children and stuff. That's when we was all into the folly. You know, we'd be watching the Home Alone movies. What's the other movie when the nigga got his tongue stuck on a Christmas Carol? That crazy ass movie when the dude got his tongue stuck on a damn light pole. You know, we had a pizza and stuff. We had, you know, it'd be nice and warm in the house. Everybody is kind of cool and chilling. You know, them days are gone. You know, you watching the sitcom shows and stuff, you know, and the snow is out and the sun is setting. Those days are gone, man. You know, and you could try to recapture it, but then you wake up the next morning with the same problems. You wake up with the same stresses. One day is going out, now you're back to day one. That's why how you know this place is on its way out of here. But we're getting ready to inherit paradise, man. Okay, paradise. Our people, we need it, man. We need it. We need this. There's no ifs, ands, or but. We want it and we need it. It's required. We've been too long without the Most High, man. Too long. Okay, and it's to the time that he's finna send Yahweh Shai back to get us. He gonna look at him and say, go get my sons and daughters. And when you do, make it be known, make an appearance. The Lord ain't gonna just sneak down here. He's gonna come. He's gonna let it be known. The Lord's gonna kick in the door, man. Lord ain't just gonna pop down here. He gonna let it be known. Okay, when the Most High tell him like, look, go ahead and do what you got. Hey, Yahweh Shai gonna already be in that ship. I'm there. Say less. Man, bro, our Lord is coming to get us, man. I believe that. So we ain't got shit to worry about. Just keep doing what y'all doing, brothers, man. The Lord got us. Everything else is going to fall right in line. I know that for a fact. But it says, for the earnest expectations of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. For the creature was made subject to vanity, because it's vanity. Now, everything around you is vanity. Life is full of vain reasoning. You can read that in Ecclesiastes in the Bible. It says, by reason of him who have subjected in the same hope. But because the creature itself also should be delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is these bodies for real, and to the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. For we all know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, right? Because everything is fucked up. Like I was, when I was at work yesterday for some time, and I was driving the vehicle, the truck, and, you know, the storm is coming in, and I'm looking at these cattle, because a lot of the work we do is kind of like out in the countryside. So I'm looking at these cattle, man. And they look miserable. They don't look happy. They don't look joyous. They look like they just totally in slavery. They're in a state of decay. And this is the meat that we're consuming, destroyed and injected cattle with hormones, stress. And we're eating this shit. And you wonder why the people are all bugged out. But the animals look just so dead and dry, man. I'm just like, man, even the animals know we got to get up out of here. You know, because Esau doesn't know how to rule, clearly. He takes something like Switzerland and he'll make a concrete jungle out of it if you give him the chance. Which they did build up Switzerland, cities and so metropolises. But regardless of that, just the countryside alone and the hills and the mountains, that's like, you can't beat it. You know, even going to Alaska or going to Colorado, the mountains and so forth, the Rockies, man, it's, you know, it's breathtaking, man. You know, it says, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body, right, man? We're waiting to get up out of these bodies, man. We're waiting to get Yahweh Shai in its totality. For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, well, yet that he hope for. And hey, man, this is just on a low level. I mean, this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But hey, the kingdom is going to put this to shame, because this is all going to be incorporated, but it's going to be built up even greater. You see, like they give you this fairy tale image here. She kissing on this guy because he probably simped, paid for it to get there, but she's probably Instagram popular, OnlyFans popular, Facebook popular. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. But just little things like this is just gives us hope. And this is on a low level, but this still gives us hope, because I've never experienced beauty like this in face value, is at least going to a different country. You know, I've never seen anything like this, because we don't have the means, we don't have the time. Okay, we don't understand it. Esau, he can go here because he has the means. You know, but yeah, brothers, it's gonna be beautiful, man. And I'm gonna try to wrap it up. I'm gonna try to make it quicker. It says the Spirit itself. It says likewise the Spirit helpeth our infirmities, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself making intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he searcheth the hearts and knoweth that what's the mind of the Spirit, because he make an intercession for the saints according to the will of the Most High, man. Okay. Yep, and that's the point blank period. That's the point I wanted to make up in that. Let me look up another precept. Day courts. Yep, for day and night courts. There it go. I'm gonna come back to that. Yep. So yeah, man. This is just, man, just the beauty, just the waters itself. Just like, look at this, man. You know, Switzerland, beautiful places, scenery. Just look at that. Just straight utter peace, man. Nobody's messing with you. You don't hear no loud Jake music, ain't no weed smoke. Just nature. Nostalgia at its finest, man. All right. Got a couple more precepts I wanted to hit. This is the book of what is it? Oh shit. Yep. I think it was. Yep. Chronicles, First Chronicles 16:35. It says, "Then say, save us, O power of our salvation, and gather us and deliver us from the nations to give thanks to your holy name and glory to your praise." Right? Because we got to be saved out of this condition in order to get the kingdom of heaven. You know, Zephaniah 3:20 says, "And at that time I will bring you in, even at that time when I gather you together. Indeed, I will give you renown and praise among all the peoples of the earth, when I restore your fortune before your eyes, says the Lord." And we're going to get our fortunes back, man. Okay? We're going to get our fortunes. We're going to get our substance. We're going to get these things back, man. Okay? Because they've taken us. We've stripped and bare. We just read that we servants upon horses and seen princes walking as servants. You know, so yeah, we getting our glory back, brothers. You know, just continue to believe that. This another one down here I was reading. Yep, Jeremiah 29:14, it says, "I will be found by you, declare the Lord, and I will restore your fortunes, and I will gather you from all the nations, from all the places where I've driven you, declare the Lord, and I will bring you back to a place where I sent you to exile," our captivities. Okay, because this all belongs to us, man. Honestly speaking, look, the Lord said, as far as the eye can see, that's the lands we're going to inherit. This really all belongs to us, man. The world was created for Hamashiach's sake and for our sake. This is our shit, man. This is our world. This don't belong to Esau. This doesn't belong to Ham, Moab. This is our world, man. Look at that. Mountains with glaciers in it, spewing up water, man. Who would think that such places exist? This is our world, brothers. Period. Look at that. Just the forest alone, man. This is just, it's his own spirit. Man. Like, if you go to a place like this and you come back home, you'll literally cry, man. You literally beat yourself up. Like, what the fuck? Straight up. You know, but this belongs to us, brothers, man. Okay, and Edra said that. Matter of fact, and I'll get that later, but I want to actually go into this last couple of precepts here. This is the book of this is Proverbs 5:15. It says, "Drink waters from your own cistern and fresh waters from your own well," right? Okay, when you look at these places, man, these places are built up of natural wells and cisterns and particular elements and so forth, man. Like, these mountains alone contains fresh water, man. You get your water from the mountains, man. You all good. Like, out there in Alaska, you got certain people that go travel to the mountains just to get that water. And it's totally different than the tap, I tell you that. Ain't no GMO in that shit. You're actually drinking fresh water, purifying water, because water is a healing agent. That's why 70% of your bodies is made of water. It's a healing agent. That's why a lot of people that drink a lot of water, they rarely get hit with any sicknesses. And when they do get sick, it's very mild. You see? But the waters alone is healing properties. You know? Going back to the precept here. And this lesson wasn't planned. It was just on the spur of the moment. The Spirit just said, go into it. And it says here, "And should your springs be dispersed abroad, and the streams of water in the streets?" It says, "Let them be yours alone," okay, "and not for strangers with you." See? It's going to be ours, man. "Let your foundation be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth," man. Okay? So, call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Find another one here. It says, "In that day, the mountains will drip with sweet wine, and the hills will flow with milk, and the brooks of Judah will flow with water, and the springs will go out from the house of Yahweh to water the valley of Shittim." All right. So, yeah, man, beautiful thing. Beautiful, 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 man. One more precept. Like I said, this wasn't rehearsed or anything like that. This was just on the fly. So I didn't really have the scriptures all pulled up. I just went off the spirit. But anyway, second address. And I appreciate lessons like this, man, because they're not rehearsed. They just, look, man, this is what it is. You take it or you leave it. But it's just the fact that we have something to look forward to. It ain't going to always be fried chicken. No, we going to have fried chicken in the kingdom. I mean, I ain't going to do away with that. But like Elder Yashwama, he was like, look, man, we going to have to leave chicken alone for a couple of thousand years, man. We have all this other quail or quail that we can eat. Like, let's try some other shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, turtle doves or particular clean animals like that. Let's try something else fried with good shit, you know. We're going to get a chicken to break, man. We've been going through chicken since... I'm surprised we even got chicken left in this place. How much chicken Jake consumed. You know, which that's not even that's a stereotypical thing because Esau eat just as much as chicken as we do. So that's bullshit. But, you know, we know how to cook ours. But regardless of that, man, you know, it ain't going to always be grits and noodles and fast food and coming home to an 800 square foot apartment. You know, ain't going to always be that. A car that's subjected to break down after you just pull it off the lot, 9 to 5s and shit, you know, tainted women, disloyal kids. It ain't going to always be that, brothers. This life is just what it is. It's just what it is. And once you accept it, then you can deal with it. And that's a big thing, acceptance. When you accept certain things, it becomes easier to deal with. Okay? 2 Ezra 6, and I'm going to start at verses 56. It says here, matter of fact, let's start at verses 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom also thou hast chosen. This is why people discredit the Apocrypha, because it gets down to the nitty gritty. It says, well, yeah, the Israelites are the chosen people. It says, as for other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto the drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever being reputed as nothing, have begun to lord over us and to devour us. This is the situation now. Esau Edom is that main heathen that's taxing us, that's above us right now. He's nothing in the eyes of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, but yet he has all this world. Okay, so think about it, us, when we get our glory. Okay, the kingdom is coming to us, man. But we, thy people, the Israelites, okay, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And I ask that every goddamn day I wake up, man. So anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a baba ball.